Welcome to the President's Diary, where we take a look at His Excellency Dr. President Irfaan Ali's week of activities. The President wrapped up his stellar work at the 26th Conference of Parties of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change this week in Glasgow, Scotland, but not before visiting the Guyanese community there.
On Monday, President Ali visited Guyana's High Commission in London, England, where he thanked the staffers for their stellar work maintaining the mission. He also updated the mission and members of the UK Guyanese diaspora on the progress his government has made fulfilling its manifesto promises. On Thursday, President Ali, a high-level government team, and several private sector heads met with two executives from the Qatar Investment Authority, Mr. Abdulhadi Al-Hajri and Mr. Dani Farah Nakul, at the office of the President on Shiftanderpal Drive. The President talked about his government's desire to make Guyana the regional hub for agriculture and food security and pointed to numerous opportunities in other sectors. Dr. Ali addressed the public in a virtual statement on Friday, during which he talked about the cost of living and the crime situation. He reminded that the PPPC government has plugged in over $15 billion in relief measures to help the vulnerable and affected citizens weather the pandemic's lasting economic impacts.
It is very important for all of us as Guyanese to understand that we do not live in an isolated environment, that we are part of a global community, we are part of the process of globalization, and what occurs globally and the challenges that occurs globally also has effect on us locally. What every country has to do is to try as far as possible to define policies that help to mitigate against some of these global challenges.
As it relates to these policies, government has implemented a slew of measures to support Guyanese during this period. These policies, which span across each of the sectors in Guyana, saw billions of dollars being put back into the pockets of citizens.
And some countries are already reporting that not only are the prices increasing, but more importantly, the direction that the supply chain is pointing in is that there will be shortages of food supply.
To resolve this challenge, President Ali reminded the nation that Guyana and other CARICOM countries are working on how to reduce the $5 billion Caribbean food import bill by 25% and having local production fill that void.
As 2021 comes to an end, Dr. Ali shared that the government is currently in discussion with the Ministry of Finance on the promised increase to public servants, the joint services, and frontline workers. Going forward, the head of state gave the assurance that his government will work with its bilateral partners to minimize the effects of the pandemic on citizens' pockets.
President Ali also outlined the government's statistics-based crime-fighting strategy. He said the government is devoting a comprehensive effort to making lives safer.
One crime is too much. Where is petty? Where is major? One crime is too much.
Government has so far invested into replenishing the force's transportation resources and technologies to fight crime. The continued strategy consists of progressive measures which include the following.
So, one of the things that we are considering is incentivizing the police force. Where there is good performance, there must be differentiated treatment. You must be recognized for good performance. Nationally, we are going to have a safe country program. We're going to have the entire country connected onto CCTV cameras.
The president said investment will also go towards intelligence gathering.
So what I've asked the AG to look at the laws and to apply the highest penalty, to propose an amendment, to apply the highest penalty of persons found with illegal weapons. Because that is a major contributory factor to this.
The head of state also announced a special program to reform criminals.
Those persons with illegal weapons, or those persons who are associated with criminal activities. I have a message for you too. Very soon we'll launch a program, very confidential program, to bring you in once you want to change your life. We want a discussion with you. We want to talk to you to give you an alternative pathway to earning an income and living a decent life.
President Ali said he is committed to working every single day to making his people's lives better.
That wraps up the President's diary of his week of activities. Thank you for watching. Join us again next week.